So this now marks the third time that I have bought this camera. What idiot buys a camera 3 times? What idiot sells the same camera twice and then buys it 3 times? That would be yours truly. But today we are talking about the venerable, the legendary, the best mechanical SLR anybody ever made, if you want to argue, the Nikon FM3. Guys, if you enjoy these videos and you would like to support the channel, then please head over to 35strapco.com.au. That is my camera strap company. I make all of these by myself, by hand cut, hand stitched. If you guys want to pick yourselves up a really slick looking camera strap, it goes a long way to support the channel. So thank you very much, and let's get back to the video. I feel like we all just have one of those cameras. I feel like every film shooter has that one camera that no matter how hard they try, it just seems to keep coming back into their hands or into their collection. For whatever reason you sell that camera that is fully justifiable to yourself, you manage to find another fully justifiable reason to buy that camera again and add it to the lineup again. The FM3 is just such a camera for me, guys. I've had a black one. This is my second silver one. I've used them with various lenses over the years, and every time I buy it, I use it, I love it, I rave about it, and then I end up selling it. And the last 2 times I've sold it, it's been to move back to a rangefinder, move back to a Leica M. So why did I buy this camera again? The simple reason is photo markets are a dangerous place. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So a local photo market last weekend, guys, came across a table and this gentleman had, oh my God, where do we start? Original black paint Leica M4, Leica MP, 2 Nikon FM2s, Minolta CLE with the 40mm, Rolleiflex SLE 66 with the 80mm f2, Rolleiflex 2.8f. Amazing. The amount of money this guy had tied up was just insane. Anyway, came across this table. Everything was in 100% proper mint plus. Thank you, eBay. Everything was in amazing condition, and I couldn't help myself. I just thought, you know what? Having the Nikon F6 as the electronic top of the run, do every single little thing possible, bulletproof workhorse film camera, and then having the beautiful mechanical FM3A sitting alongside each other, I just felt like it was a pairing I had to have. This time around, I decided to pair the camera with the 35mm f2 D series lens from Nikon. So it has an aperture collar, so you can use it on the old manual cameras. Perfect focal length for the documentary style work, and being a small lightweight camera, they just pair fantastically together. Sort of take everywhere with you. You don't even notice it around your neck. It's that light, really sharp lens, great combination. So by now, guys, everybody knows the specs of the FM3A. Fully mechanical, 1/4000th of a second max shutter with aperture priority and AE lock, made out of drawn brass, only on the market for 3 or 4 years. Nikon produced it just started in the early 2000s. An amazing camera, not a single thing wrong with that camera. I don't think any camera geek out there could complain that there's an issue or something bad about that camera. It's one of those cameras that I feel the whole film community respects, the whole film community loves. And you either love that camera and would buy it and use it, or you're a rangefinder kind of guy. And luckily, over the last 2 or 3 years, with a massive price increase we've seen across the board on all film cameras, to be honest, I feel like the FM3A has stayed amazingly consistent. Surprisingly, I can't believe it. The first one of these I bought 5 years ago was about $900. And then the second one I bought was $1,100. And this one was $1,200. So in a 4-year time cycle, only a $300 Australian price increase. I feel like that's pretty great considering especially what the Leica M6 or any of the Leica M cameras have done in that comparable time frame. Again, most people would say that the only drawback of this camera is the price. For an SLR, it's pretty expensive. For a mechanical SLR, pretty expensive. I think it's worth every penny, especially considering what I paid for my Nikon F6. I think $1,200 Australian for an FM3 is a good deal. It's just that good of a camera. It's relatively new. You know, we're not talking late 80s, early 90s. We're talking early 2000s, so one of the newer film cameras that were made that's left that you can still get your hands on. Now, I know some people are going to say, well, Coop, what about the Nikon F3? You only recently made a video about the F3. And yes, I got rid of the F3 in favor of the F6. And do I regret it? No, the F6 is, you know, it is what it is. It's a better work tool. But the F3 is kind of heavy. It's beautiful. But again, the FM3 is just super light, super compact, fully mechanical, whereas the F3 is battery dependent. And as much as I think that the F3 still is a better camera in terms of features and value for money, because they can still be found for probably less than half of what an FM3 is going to cost you. But the FM3, guys, is just too nice of a camera as far as I'm concerned. And I just feel having the fully electronic F6 with autofocus paired next to the fully mechanical FM3, it's just a match made in heaven for a 1-2 punch combo for a 35mm film shooter. So what else can we really say about this camera except that it's amazing, it's relatively affordable in the grand scheme of things, it has a whole lot of features, it's an amazing camera, it's a beautiful looking camera. I mean, all you've got to do is look at the Nikon ZFC cameras and you initially see where all the styling and the heritage has come from the FM and FE line of cameras. It's beautiful, it does everything you need it to do in a very small, lightweight package, and that's it. It's just an amazing SLR. So what I would love to hear from you guys is, what's that camera that you have bought and sold more times than you care to admit? I know a lot of my viewers out there, I know you guys, you're the same as me, we're in the same boat, we're in this together. I know you feel the same way. I reckon all of us have got that one camera which, no matter how hard we try, we buy, we sell, we buy, we sell. This time, I'm not going to say I'm not going to sell it, because some of you know how fickle I am with film cameras, but I'm going to hope to keep it in the lineup, especially while I have the F6. I feel like, again, like I said, those two just pair so beautifully together. So thanks for watching another episode of Shoots with Coops, guys. We'll be back next week with another On the Street with Coop and Ted. Until then, happy shooting. I'll see you next time.